Hello everyone and welcome back to the CPC channel. Today we have some more interviews for you guys, and to start it off, I have with me Joost. Joost, say hi to the fans.
Hello everybody, I'm Joost and I am the coach of the Angels of Beheeyeim.
So first of all, I want you guys to know I'm not recording this with my mic, so if my sound quality is a little bit less as usual, it will be fixed in the upcoming videos, but it's a one-time deal only. So Joost, it's your second season in CPC right now. How did you feel about your performance last season?
Um, I feel like I did pretty well, especially at the start. I managed to clinch playoffs really soon, but I fucked up big time week one of playoffs, choking everything away
Mm-hmm.
because I'm stupid. But I had fun and shit like that, so it's all good.
I would not say you're stupid, but yeah, I think everyone has a bad game once in a while, and it really hurts you when it's in playoffs. But yeah, this season maybe you will take it all. Who knows?
I definitely will.
That's good to hear that you have strong motivation. So
Yeah.
how did you actually get into competitive Pokemon and the draft format? Why do I feel this is the same story for me?
Um, well, I started by watching just YouTubers, especially the GBA when it's like around season 4 of that, and the league format was really interesting. And then you suddenly said to me, like, we're in a league, and that was like Anthony's league he created, the BCF. He asked people to join in the comment section of some UCL or GVA videos,
Yeah,
something like that.
GBA. Yeah.
And yeah, and yeah, since then it really took off. I just joined a lot of leagues. I played a lot of battles, and I've gotten better because I sucked really badly at when I
Hmm.
started.
Yeah.
I brought mons sometimes just because I felt like bringing them.
Yeah, I think yeah, like for you, draft format was like one of the first few times you actually experienced competitive Pokemon. Like you hadn't done much showdown before that, like laddering, and you also started in Gen 6. So it's pretty,
Yeah,
yeah, it's pretty okay and pretty logical that you in at first don't really perform really well, but along the way you
yeah,
get
that's
better,
true.
and especially if
My
you have,
opponents my opponents sucked as well, so it
yeah,
didn't
so
really
that's
matter.
true. And especially
And
when you have Anthony, then yeah, you learn a lot.
yeah, but I also still don't. I hardly ever ladder, so that's not really a thing at all.
Hmm. So I think yeah, you pretty much summed up all your draft league experience so far. I don't know if there's anything else you want to mention about it.
No, I could have won finals, but I got hexed out once. But
Yeah,
I've managed to pretty much make playoffs every league I joined,
that's
I
always
think.
really nice. Yeah. So with the transition from Gen 6 to Gen 7 we recently had, how do you like Gen 7 and its current meta in the draft league format then especially?
Um, I like it now that we're at the point where there's a draft tiering system
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because I absolutely hated the beginning with open drafts because they're
Yeah.
broken as fuck.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Z moves also are fun to use, but it's also cancer when Q on black with free shock one shots an entire team.
Mm-hmm.
So even though I have Q and black myself right now, I'm going to abuse the fuck out of it, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it's not fun to face.
Mm-hmm. So you definitely like about the mons, like do you like the mons that were added in Gen 7? Like we have mostly it's like the Tapus and the Ultra Beasts that get drafted. Yeah, I think the Tapus the most. Ultra Beasts had like a really a peak in the beginning, but now people deter from them a little bit. And the other mons, there might be some hidden gems. I don't know. Have you find any Pokemon you really enjoyed in Gen 7, or you stick to the old ones as most guys
Uh,
do actually?
to be honest, I most of the time just stick to the old ones. There hasn't really been a lot of mons I absolutely fucking love from the
Mm-hmm.
new gen. I've used some like Katana, which didn't really perform all too well,
Mm-hmm.
and I also used Necrozma, which also didn't perform all too well and isn't that good. And now I recently have Tapu Bulu in another league. I have only done one match so far, but it's pretty good. I think it's an insane wall breaker.
Mhm.
Anyway, other than that, I haven't really used much, but and now in the CPC I don't have a single new mon anyway, so
Yeah, the dress will be revealed later on, guys, but people will tell you some hints in the interviews for sure about them. Yeah, that's something I think is just fine. But yeah, so we talked about the mons. You talked a little bit about the Z moves, but mostly I like to talk a bit about the regulation of Z moves because it's quite a hot topic this gen. Do you think they should be entirely banned? Do you like all Z moves? Do you like only offensive Z moves? Do you think it should be limited to like 1, 2 users or just a full team of Z users?
full team of Z users absolutely not. That's
I
stupid.
know.
But well, it's kind of the thing I came up with myself in the
Mhm.
CFA, where you have one just regular Z-mon that can be anything,
Mhm.
and one mon that has to be below 10 points. So it's not too broken, but
Mhm.
you can also see some cool mons that normally won't use a Z crystal because they're not good enough to be a Z mon.
Mhm.
Now they can be a Z mon,
No.
but people, I did a poll in that league and people still want just, it was basically a 50-50, so that's what I came up with.
No, I think that's a really good way because in a certain sense you still have like the mon that you might really like for example, your Curum that you think can really break like anything with C move. So you still have that, but also just there are certain weeks that you can bring like your lower tier Z-Mon, and without a Z crystal, the Mon might not be that broad that often. But with a Z crystal, actually it becomes a really good Mon on your team and can actually be brought multiple times in the season, which is I think definitely a really great niche. So yeah,
Yeah,
I can definitely see the
exactly.
point in that. So you already mentioned a little bit that you are going to take it all, but how confident actually are you in the season? You can talk a little bit about how you feel about your draft, but don't give too much spoilers about your draft just yet.
I'm feeling pretty good about my draft. I did get sniped a few times, but I have two insanely broken fucking mons. First two rounds. I still don't understand how I got them in
Mm-hmm.
the first two rounds because I have to at the fifth pick. So it had to go back to me in the second round, and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but other than that, the conferences and the divisions are pretty balanced, and I face a lot of tough opponents. My two randomized weeks, weeks 1 and 8, are against two really good opponents. So I didn't really look out on that one, but I don't mind because I like facing tough opponents. But don't be surprised if I go 0-3 because it's pretty possible because I've the first 2 weeks are really tough opponents, and week 3 I face Turkey, which also I can definitely lose to because he isn't to be underestimated. He's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, just yeah, there are hardly any free wins at all. So,
Yeah, for sure.
but I am still going to beat you in finals, Paul.
I will definitely look forward if we may meet in finals
No,
because
no,
we
we
don't in
may we
regular.
make it in finals. We will make it, and I will beat you. Easy
Okay,
peasy.
that's fine. We will have to see about it. The Curum does destroy my team. I must give you that, but still. So,
It destroys any team. So
but yeah, you talked a bit about that we have quite some tough competition. Like, unfortunately, we had to see some people go from last season, like Anthony, Maddie, Gypsy. But still, we got some really great guys back for it. Do you think there's like a really the most skilled coach in the league? Do you think there's one that outshines all?
um, I think the best coach in the league is Anthony Zazo. Even though he's not in the league, I still think he's the best. But other than that, you obviously, but mainly you're really great. But I don't really. A lot of like Johnny and stuff like that. People say they're really good, but I haven't seen them play any game at all, so I can't really say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's really hard for you to judge. I
Yeah,
can feel that.
we'll see week 12 who's the best.
Yeah, definitely. So, what made you?
After week 12, I mean.
Yeah, in the playoffs, I understand.
Yeah.
So, what when you were first looking, you had some draft leagues going on, but then there was like, how did you actually get into the CPC itself?
I got asked by Anthony to join season 3 when
Mm-hmm.
um, people like Matty, Dylan, even Krobet for the win and people like that were planned to get into the league, but they eventually didn't. Some of them, and it was just cool to battle a lot against a lot of those guys, and I've become friends with a lot of them also, which is really cool. But
Mm-hmm.
it's all thanks to Anthony, really.
Yeah, pretty much. I think that's really nice. Yeah, I got it in the same way, so that's fine.
Yeah.
I think yeah, that's pretty much all we had to discuss for now. So, is there any way the viewers can get a hold of you, like through YouTube, Twitter, anything?
Yeah, I do have a YouTube channel, Champion Joost. It's probably in the description.
Yeah,
And I also have a Twitter account, which is probably also in the description.
I don't know, but it
So
can be. Yeah,
either way, just type in ChampionJoost and you'll find me.
yeah, that's fine. Okay, so that's any concluding remarks you want to make?
Where are the fun questions that are random? Like, what's your favorite region?
I have no idea. I didn't make the questions, so we won't have them this season apparently. So
That's sad.
yeah, I'm sorry. We decided on a serious interview. So
Okay.
that's it for now, guys. We will be back with some more interviews either today or tomorrow, and yeah, we will see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.